You haven't been home recently. What are you doing, and where?
I'm working. I've been busy lately, so I've been staying at a place nearby. Don't be all nosy.
Jim told me the news, so won't you come home?
What news?
Jim got a job. Now he has a job for when he graduates college. It looks like he got a job at a pretty good company, so I was hoping we could go out to celebrate.
Jim got a job? That's good news.
Right? So can you tell me when you're coming home?
Now you're no longer of any use to me.
What? What do you mean?
Thanks for looking after my son for 20 years. There's no need for you anymore.
No need for what?
Jim will be moving out now that he got a job, right? You can move out too.
I'm not following.
Why not? You were just in charge of raising Jim. Since I don't need you anymore, I'll have you move out.
So you make me do all the housework and child raising for 20 years? But the moment you find out Jim got a job and is moving out, you try to get rid of me?
Of course. You're of no use to me whatsoever.
That's a harsh way of saying it. So you just used me.
I have to take advantage of what I have, right? You're my wife, so I can use you however I want. I've used as much as I can use, so now you're useless. I can throw you out.
You always liked being the man of the house. I also worked, but you never did any housework.
That's exactly why. I'm supporting you.
Supporting me? You barely put in any money.
Don't complain. I work every day. I don't need to take crap from a part-timer like you.
Okay, fine. I won't say any more. Why don't you at least congratulate Jim in person? We can talk about this later.
What? Are you trying to act like his mom now, even though you're not? Jim probably doesn't even think of you as his mom.
I didn't know you thought that way. I've treated him as my own for 20 years.
It's the wife's job to take care of the child. Isn't it natural to raise your stepson? Don't be patronizing me now.
That's not important right now. I'm asking what you want to do for Jim.
I won't be seeing you anymore.
What?
It'll be weird. I'll celebrate with Jim after you move out. So, don't worry.
Never mind. Sorry, Jim. I called your father, but he's busy with work. Can we celebrate just the two of us?
It's fine, forget him. He's probably out drinking, right?
Oh, don't say that. Your father is working hard for us.
You don't have to say things like that anymore.
What?
Mom, you're too patient with him. You work too. So shouldn't you give yourself a break?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
He doesn't care about me. But I'm not at an age where I can't go against it anymore. I'm learning to not care about it anymore.
Still, he's your father. You have to take care of him.
Why do I have to care about someone who never cared about me? And take care of them just because we're related by blood?
You've proved your point. No wonder you were hired to work at a big company. Tonight is barbecue night.
My treat.
Why? We're celebrating for you.
We're celebrating for you, too.
What?
Are you still living at home? Move out already.
Have you even congratulated Jim yet?
Huh? I'll do that later. He doesn't need looking after anymore, so you're not needed. I'm marrying someone else, so I'm leaving you now.
That's great. Thank you.
What?
I've been wanting to get a divorce, so thanks for starting the process. I'm glad to hear you're marrying another woman, too.
What's up with you?
What should we do about the divorce papers? I'm moving out, but make sure you pay all the utility bills. Don't let the food go bad in the fridge, too.
I know that.
And the papers?
Fill them out and leave them. I'll turn them in later.
No, I can't do that.
What?
I don't want to leave anything unclear, and leaving the timing of the divorce up to you doesn't sit well with me. I'll have my attorney send them to your workplace.
What? Hold on. What are you talking about?
If you don't return them in time, you might get a visit from my attorney.
I said wait. What are you saying? What's going on?
Huh? What? You should be happy that your wife is thrilled about getting a divorce. And you're able to live with your new woman. What's not to get?
Of course I don't get it. What do you mean, attorney? That's the part I don't get.
I hired an attorney. I have to get a big compensation check from you.
Compensation?
Did you think you were just going to get a divorce when you were having an affair? I'm not backing down. At the least, I'll have you pay compensation money.
What do you mean by compensation? What the hell? I can give you a couple $100 to settle things. Don't hire an attorney. Don't make things so complicated.
A couple $100? All of the work that I've done amounts to just a couple $100?
What? Why are you getting so upset?
To get the maximum amount, I had my friend introduce me to a really good attorney.
What the maximum amount?
It looks like it's not going to be a couple $100. Plus, she's giving me a friends and family discount, so I'll be able to pay with the small amount of savings I have. I'll be able to bill you through the attorney fees along with the compensation money. So there'll be no problems.
There's a ton of problems. This is going way too fast. What's happening? When did you have time to prepare for all of this?
When I found out you were trying to get rid of me, I completely agreed with getting a divorce. But I will be claiming my rights. After all, I've been oppressed all this time as your wife.
You thought of all of this in this short period of time? But you still don't have any proof of the affair. You can't claim compensation money if you don't have proof.
Yeah, that's right.
Also, if you send an attorney to my workplace, I'll sue you for defamation.
Go right ahead. I'm saying all of this because I have proof.
Huh? You have proof?
Actually, Jim helped me.
What?
He's your son after all, so I didn't think he would help me. But it looks like blood doesn't matter if you care for them.
Wait a second. I can't wrap my head around this.
I've raised him since he was 2, so I guess he knows I love him.
What do you mean Jim helped you?
Your son has chosen your wife, the person who raised him. He helped me gather evidence, and recommended I get a divorce when he got a job.
What? Him? Why would he do that? He recommended getting a divorce?
Even to your own son, you were trash. So getting a divorce and compensation is best for me, he told me. I think so too, so that's what I'll do.
I can't believe Jim would do that. I feel so betrayed.
You're the one who's been betraying him all this time. Your son chose my side. He says he wants to cut all ties with you.
You're kidding! He's my son!
Then you should have acted like a father a little more. You didn't do anything for him growing up. You haven't done anything since elementary school.
That's not true. I paid his tuition.
But you said you couldn't pay all of it. So you worked hard for a scholarship to college. You really haven't thought about Jim, have you? It's a wonder you've lived this carefree all this time.
Don't say that.
But it's true.
It might be true, but I'm Jim's father. You can't just get rid of me.
Get rid of you? You wanted to get rid of me, right? Jim's caregiver became useless, right?
Yeah. Isn't Jim going to take care of me when I get old? Cutting ties with me when he doesn't need to be looked after anymore? Isn't that a little harsh?
Excuse me? Exactly what did you do to look after him? Do you even remember talking to him these past 6 months?
I've been a little busy recently.
What is the most useless employee of the month busy doing? Don't be dependent on your child when it suits you, you piece of trash.
Piece of trash? Don't talk to me like that.
Jim is an adult now, so he can make up his own mind. Instead of his father, who never cared for him, he chose his stepmother. It's not that strange, is it?
Then let's call off the divorce. Let's not do it. Let's just act like a couple.
What? You want me to stay with you for your retirement? You've always been a burden to me.
What? I was? Why?
But for the sake of Jim, I thought it would be better if we had double the income. So I was patient. To be honest, I'm really happy that Jim has my back about getting a divorce.
I didn't know you thought that way.
I don't want a selfish husband who only thinks about himself. Look forward to it, because I'm going to get that compensation money. Think long and hard about what you've done. Even though Jack was in a state of complete shock, he agreed to divorce Janet. Even Jim went with Janet. Jack, who was left behind, started living with his new girlfriend. But she started showing her true selfish personality, and Jack was disgusted. He decided to break up after being exhausted from her exploitation, and try to get back together with Janet, but was completely blocked by her after the compensation settlement. It seems he lost his whole family after being cut off by his own son. Jack realized that he was not needed by anybody, and is left to live the rest of his life alone. Janet was happy to be able to get rid of the burden that was her husband, and is still in touch with Jim, who lives nearby. She's living her best life alone. Even after that, she had a good relationship with Jim, who had a child a few years later. And Janet became a great-grandma. There's no need to say who is living a happier life, Janet or Jack. Where did you go, Harold? You haven't been home after the wedding yesterday. Did you stay at someone's house after the after-party? My mother-in-law is coming back today. Isn't it about time to get home?
I'm at the airport right now.
What? Airport? What do you mean? Why?
I decided to get out of the States.
Wait a sec, what are you talking about? I don't get it at all. What do you mean? Explain to me so I can understand. Why are you at the airport?
I want to be with someone else after all. But I thought it'd be impossible as long as I'm in the States. It might just be better to go abroad.
What are you saying? I thought we just had our wedding done yesterday. I actually thought you were acting weird during the wedding, too. Is that because you decided to go abroad and abandon me?
Well, that pretty much sums it up. It was such a waste of time to hold the wedding. But all the gift money is going to be useful at least. Maybe it was right to hold it.
What the hell? That's so cruel. Are you serious? Why do you need to leave me? If you had told me about it earlier, we could have been together. Why did you have to hold our wedding and then leave me?
It's more like a mistake, for real.
A mistake? What?
I was wrong to think about getting married to you. I definitely love my ex more than you.
What? Are you kidding me?
She's never left my conscience. I've always wanted to start over with her. Then she invited me to go abroad.
Huh? She did?
So I thought it was the perfect opportunity. So I'm taking this gift money with me and becoming someone overseas. And we're gonna be millionaires.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You're seriously messed up, if it's true. We've already got married to each other. What am I supposed to do?
I'm leaving everything to you. Do your best. It has nothing to do with me now. I'm gonna be happy with her.
You're being too irresponsible now. Isn't that too much? Eloping with your ex right after our wedding? I've never seen a scene like this, even in a drama.
It was fate for me to be with her. You were just a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I only started dating you because I was depressed right after my ex left me. Even our marriage, I just thought I was at the right age. I didn't even like you enough to get married in the first place.
Okay, alright. I didn't expect you to say something like this right after the wedding. Ugh. Whatever. I'll be doing things on my own from now on. So don't ever text me again. I don't want to get in touch with you ever again.
That's my line. Well, good luck. We're gonna be so free and happy.
Whatever. I hope I never see you again.
Hey, what are you doing now? Where do you want to live?
Yes? Who's this?
You should know who I am. It's me, your husband. How can you forget me?
What? My husband? Are you by any chance the dumb ex-husband that got back with his ex 6 years ago and caused me and my family a lot of trouble?
It's already been 6 years now. Time sure flies. And ex-husband? When did we get divorced?
We got divorced a long time ago. What do you want now?
I just got back to the States.
Huh?
Come and pick me up. You're free anyway, right?
What are you saying? I'm not free at all. Also, why do you think I would do anything for you?
You're free anyway, so come and pick me up. Your ex-husband came to see you. Aren't you happy?
No, we've got divorced 6 years ago, and we were married only for like a couple of days.
I'm sure you're not, but are you still living in my house?
Huh? Your house? What do you mean?
I'm asking if you're still living in the house we bought. That house is mine, right?
It's true that I'm still living in the house. So what? Don't come here. This house is already mine.
What? What are you saying? That's mine. And I'm assuming that's yours?
Don't you dare come here. I already got remarried and living here.
Huh? What? Remarried? You're living in my house with another guy? Stop joking around. That house is mine. Get out!
What are you saying?
Don't live in that house without my permission. On top of that with another guy? Don't mess with me. I'm gonna kick you out.
What are you saying? It's been mine for 6 years. You're the one who left the house on your own, right? What's wrong with me remarrying and living in the house?
I won't let you do as you like. I'm coming, now.
You're trying to be tough, but you'll be screwed if you come here, okay?
You're the one who's gonna be screwed. Have you lived in the house since I left you? What a shameless ex-wife. I'm kicking you out, so get ready to leave.
Bring it on.
You trying me?
Whatever. I'll make you cry like a little baby. You're being so selfish that I don't even want to talk to you. I don't think you should come here. I recommend giving up. Later.
What the hell? Who is that big guy? He threw me on the ground.
I just introduced you to my husband, huh? My husband used to be a wrestler.
What? What is that? That's not fair.
Say anything you want. I told you not to come. I'm really glad that he had a day off today. It was satisfying seeing you on the ground.
Stop it. I'm beaten up. Aren't you worried about me a little bit? I got sent to the hospital. Right after I got back.
That's because you broke through our window. Duh. It's not like we had time to call the cops. It was completely your fault. My husband and I just did what we could to protect our kids. You just paid for what you did.
Why am I beaten up like this? That house is mine in the first place. My name should still be on the official documents, right?
I changed those so long ago.
Huh? Really?
Your parents paid for compensation and apologized to me 6 years ago. They let me have this house too, and they're even helping me pay the mortgage. So yeah, it's mine.
So the house is really yours now? Not mine? I got no place to live now.
Why did you think you had a place to live? You didn't even pay for it. Idiot. Do you ever think before you do anything? You got nothing. Your family also disowned you a long time ago. That must be embarrassing for you.
I was supposed to come back and start everything over. How did this happen?
Well, you completely trespassed. I told you it's my house now so many times, but you didn't listen to me. On top of that, you broke through the window. Of course my husband was going to do something about it.
But he didn't have to beat me up this much. The doctor said it'll take 3 months to be fully healed. I should sue you. If you don't want to get sued, pay compensation. I'm going to settle everything with money.
Go ahead. I was going to do the same thing.
Huh? What do you mean?
Sorry for you, but you're going to get arrested. I already called the police and they're investigating.
What are you saying? Why am I getting arrested? I'm the victim here. You're mistreating me. I'm not insured too, so I paid everything on my own. Are you going to compensate for that too?
Nah, there's no way I'm going to do that. It has nothing to do with us. Why are you acting like the victim here? You broke through the window, literally breaking the window. That's completely a trespassing. You had a weapon with you. I'm glad my husband can deal with you. You deserved it.
How could you?
We did what we should. I don't care about you. Your ex left you, right? Why don't you go cry to her?
All right, I'll tell you my story honestly. I want to start over with you.
What?
She was such a bad decision. She was after my money and my savings. She used me and left me. She took all the money I had away from me, so I was struggling for these past few years. Finally, I saved up enough money to get back. So I wanted to start over with you.
Oh yeah, that's surprising actually. That's such a funny story.
A funny story? Are you even listening to me?
But now it's too late. You're just paying for what you've done. Starting over with me? Stop joking around. You started all of this. I'm finally living happily now. I got no time to play around with you.
I'm just trying to start a new life. Getting back to the States to get my house back. Start everything over from scratch.
I see. That's great. But there's nothing you can get back. All you got is a criminal record. You ruined your life on your own accord.
You're being mean. Are you abandoning me too? We even got married back then.
So what? That was the worst mistake I ever made. Don't ever try anything again. Goodbye, trash. Don't ever text me again. Sarah blocked Harold in the end. She never got in touch with him ever again. Harold got arrested and couldn't pay for his bail. He ended up having a criminal record. His family has no intention of helping him. He couldn't get anyone's help and had to start his new life lonely. He lost every hope he had. But he deserves what he's done. Sarah sold the house after that and moved with her family to somewhere else. Better not be close to someone like him.